You see a gypsy woman here who can tell the fortune. And she's so good that she can predict anything and everything that will happen in your future. If this is the case, what would you like to know about your future? What would you like to know about your future? Anyone? Curious about your future? Sean, of course you are.
When do I die?
When will I die? Great question. Okay, wouldn't that be great if you know when you're going to die exactly so you can prepare yourself, right? If she tells you you're going to die at the age of 89. And how old are you, Sean? 9. So you have 80 years. So you have 80 years to prepare for your death. Wouldn't that be nice if you know exactly when you're going to die? But the thing is, you don't. You don't know. Anything else you want to know? Anything else you want to know about your future, Charlie? Pardon me? Will I be happy in my future? Of course you will be. You know, happiness comes within yourself, so I'm sure you can find some ways to be happy, right, Maureen?
Will I go to hell or heaven?
Will I go to heaven or hell? Is that your question? There's no question about that. You believe in God and you'll go to heaven. For sure. No question about that. Okay, Justin.
What I'll be when I grow up?
What you will be in terms of occupation? Your job?
Yes.
That's a good question. You know, you can kind of make a plan as to I'm going to become this kind of a person or profession. But then it might change. So it might be good to know some prediction, fortune telling about your future. Sean, you have something else?
When will I get another dog?
When will I get another dog? Just go to the shelf and adopt one. Did I see a hand back there? Was it Ryan's hand? Okay, Ryan, what do you want to know about your future? Will I be rich or not? Ask your dad. You can ask your dad about that, okay? It all depends how much money or inheritance your father gives you. Or you can just study hard and get a good job and make a lot of money on your own and become rich. Wouldn't that be nice if you can tell exactly what's going to happen next week? Wouldn't that be nice if you know exactly what's going to happen 10 years from now so you can prepare? Wouldn't that be nice if you know when this world will come to an end so you can kind of prepare for that? But then the Bible says, the Bible says, no man knows the future. There is no fortune teller. They're all guessing or they're all lying. It's either or. All those fortune tellers, either they're guessing or they're lying. The Bible says, no man knows the future. Who can tell him what is to come in the future? The Bible says, no one. No person.
But can God tell the future?
Of course he can, but he's not telling us everything, and there is a reason that we're going to find out. You know, that's a good question, huh? Why doesn't God tell us everything in advance? Why doesn't he tell us when will be the last day of the world? I mean, if you knew about that, you could prepare better, right? Or, if you know the last day of the world, you're going to just play hard until the day before the last day of the world. Isn't that right? There's some smart kids. I know the last day of the world, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to play hard. I'm going to play my guts out until the last day before the last day of the world. Maybe that's the reason God is not telling us about the future. Because we are going to manipulate we're going to take that advantage into the negative use. It's like pop quiz is supposed to be pop quiz. You're not supposed to know when your teacher is giving you a pop quiz. I mean, it's Monday and you're thinking, we usually have our test on Friday or Thursday. We're not going to have any test on Monday. You go to school and your teacher says, we're going to have a pop quiz. But teacher, you didn't tell us. Of course I didn't. If I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise pop quiz. So good students, if you know there is any possibility of your teacher giving you a pop quiz, a good student will be prepared all the time. Not only the days when your teacher tells you that you're going to have a test on, but other days too, if there's any possibility of getting pop quiz, you will study every day and you will be prepared. Hey, isn't that good? Not only you study when there's a test, but you study all the time, so you are being a good student every day. Maybe that is why God is not telling us about the future. So we do what we're supposed to do today. We are prepared today. No matter what or when the last day comes. You see, because we don't know about the future, because we don't know the last day of the world, we have to live every day as if. We have to live every day as if today is the last day. You have to make it count. You have to make most out of it. I mean, who knows? Today might be the last day of the world. I mean, it's a possibility. Something happens and the whole world will come to a destruction tomorrow. I mean, as long as there is that possibility, good people, good Christians, good faith believers will be prepared today. Living today to the fullest. Living day by day to the fullest. So perhaps it is better not to know about the future. Perhaps it is better not to know about what's going to happen tomorrow. Because it really doesn't matter as long as you put in your best life, best effort, living the best day today. There's that famous story in the Bible. There were 10 brides waiting for their groom. Now 5 were wise, the other 5, I guess they were not really wise about what to prepare. See, they were not told exactly when their grooms are coming. They were just told to bring a lamp. Bring a lamp, and you might have to wait long, so just prepare. Wise brides, they prepare lamps plus the oil. Because they thought, it might take longer than we thought. So just in case they come a little bit late, we are going to prepare extra oil. Wise people. The other 5 were just happy and they were jolly. Okay, we're going to meet our groom. Let's just bring our lamp and just be happy. Few hours passed. The oil ran out. Completely dark. And then they heard this trumpet sounding. Your grooms are here, come and meet them. The wise women were prepared. They saw their lamp went out of the oil, but then they had the extra oil. So it was okay, they just put the oil in the lamp and lit up the light. They met their husband and went into the banquet. The other unwise 5 did not prepare what they're supposed to prepare. Their husbands came in, and it was completely dark. They couldn't find their own husband. What do we do? What do we do? Do we have to go back and buy some more oil? They ran back to the town. They bought some oil, came back, and it was a little bit too late. The door was closed. The door was shut behind them. They could not come into the banquet. This tells us how we're supposed to wait. This tells us how the wise people, how the wise Christians are supposed to live. Being prepared to meet Jesus, face the last day of the world. And we have to prepare our lamps and the extra oil. So even if it comes a little bit too late, we will be prepared with the lamp, with the oil. Now, we do not know the future. Matter of fact, we don't even know what's going to happen 1 hour from now. You're saying, oh, just same old, Sunday afternoon, we're going to do same thing over and over again. But we never know what kind of accidents, what kind of different things might happen. People, we really do not know what's going to happen in the future. So what do we have to do? We have to trust in God and follow in His guidance. That's all we can do. Because we do not know about future, we put our trust in God and follow His guidance. We're going to do that in our prayer today. Close your eyes and put your hands together. Think about your future again. 50 years from now, 5 years from now, 1 week from now, 1 hour from now. We really don't know what's going to happen. But God does. He knows. And He will guide us. As long as we put our trust, as long as we put our trust in Him, He will guide us. So do we put our trust in Him? Think about that. Take a moment to pray.